Today, the members of the Senate Judiciary Committee on the Republican side unanimously have agreed. We wrote a letter to Senator McConnell saying we are of the view that there should not be a hearing in the Judiciary Committee for anyone that the president nominates. The reason for that is because it's not about the personality, it's about the principle. The principle being that it's up to the American people in this next election, no matter who they choose, to make the nomination for this important seat on the Supreme Court. Justice Scalia served for 30 years, so this clearly extends far beyond President Obama's term of office. It's that important.
Whoever the nominee is that comes up next year will be considered by the Senate. You know, what the procedure, the process would be, I don't know, but at the beginning of a 4-year term, the suggestion that a Senate of either party wouldn't consider the nominee at all would not be correct. But we're talking about here an election already underway, a vacancy created in a presidential election year. Next year is not a presidential election year. This is a unique circumstance, and you'd have to go back to 1888 when Grover Cleveland was president to find the last time a vacancy created in a presidentially elected year was approved by a Senate of a different party.
Our message today to our Republican colleagues is simple. Do your job. The Republicans running for president and here in the Senate profess their love and admiration for the Constitution to anyone who will listen. But it's clear the Republicans only love the Constitution when it's convenient for them and fits their political goals. The Constitution, as Dick outlined, the Constitution very clearly lays out the job the Senate has to do when it comes to filling a Supreme Court vacancy. Republicans have a right to vote no on whomever the president nominates, but to not even give the nominee a hearing and fair consideration is beyond the pale, and it won't stand.
Our message to them is very, very clear. 3 words: do your job. Call this nominee once the president presents this nominee, review their background, have a hearing, ask your questions, and then bring the nominee for a vote. That ought to be the standard. The Constitution requires it. And for Senator McConnell and the Senate Republicans to walk away from this and to buy into the Trump strategy of delay, delay, delay is a further indication of the obstruction that we have faced in this chamber since the Republicans have been in control. This is the worst example.